All right, everybody, welcome back to the Mania 4Key World Cup 2021 Finals. My name is Halogen, and I am joined here with Davy. Davy, how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing fine. We've just seen a tiebreaker match, so I'm very stoked to see this one. Maybe it can become 2 tiebreakers in a row. That would be sick. Just saying.
Yeah, that was an absolutely insane performance. For those of you who were not able to catch that previous match, please check the VOD between Malaysia and Japan. It was a 7-6 match to the death. Took all 13 songs. We got to see the custom MWC Purple Palace tiebreaker, and it was a thriller for sure. Once you go ahead and get just caught up with that, actually no, do that after this match. We have coming now United Kingdom versus Vietnam, seed number 2 versus seed number 5, and these teams are both pretty stacked to the brim in terms of what they can and can't do. United Kingdom and Vietnam absolutely showcasing some pretty solid scores in the semifinals. I believe they, have only those to kind of figure out exactly what they're going to do in this match. I'm very interested to see how this scale and difficulty affects both of the teams.
Me too. It's like when you get to this scale, a lot of things can happen. You get people just getting a barrage of misses at certain points because they either can't keep up for just a split second, or they call them luck. But here we have Vietnam on the other side, probably the underdogs of this fight. They've been in the losers bracket, I think, for the longest time of any of these teams. I think they got knocked out in quarterfinals, if I'm not mistaken. And United Kingdom got knocked down by Brazil on the semis.
Yeah, and it kind of goes to show how incredible these teams are. United Kingdom, of course, as mentioned before, seed number 2, falling just a little bit earlier than what their seed would dictate. But seeds aren't always everything. As soon as we start converging into these higher difficulties, we kind of start seeing the teams slowly ripping apart at the seams. But in any case, I'm just really excited to see how these two teams perform. Vietnam being probably, unarguably, the biggest glow up we've seen over the course of a year in any team, going from an unseeded classification to being what would unarguably be a top seed at seed number 5. And they've been showing just why they've been so incredibly strong. This is a very, very strong team.
Yeah, really talented, and they've actually been showing quite the strengths in unexpected areas. I remember being quite surprised at their performance on LNs, and since United Kingdom is very strong on the rise, I think we might see a bit of that a good old LN contra Rice matchup. We'll see.
Yeah, Rice versus Ellen dichotomy being real here. We actually got through the rolls. Pope Gadget rolling a 54, Sevelia a 17, and we're going through the process here of handling picks. It looks like we have Recession being banned by the United Kingdom and Dark Sambaland being banned by Vietnam. Vietnam not interested in dealing with Cord Jacks, and we're jumping right into the first pick here. United Kingdom going with the speedy stream pick 0.
Wait, that was speedy. I did not even notice that the picks, the bans were over. It went away as fast as this map is.
And got the chance to catch him. Didn't stay for very long here, but United Kingdom kind of picking a pretty straightforward pick against Vietnam. As you mentioned, the Rice versus Ellen dichotomy is probably going to be a very real thing here. United Kingdom extremely strong on Rice, always have been, and probably always will be as long as they keep their core players.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess we'll see how well they perform on this level of difficulty. This one being pretty fast. It's only 1 minute and 30 seconds though, so it's not too much, but it's still very hard.
not only is the song short, but the difficulty is pretty heavily compressed in the back part of it. So even though you've got a very short song that's 1:30, the difficulty only happens within 20 to 30 seconds. That's about as long as it gets. And as we get this underway here, noticing Zubin on Mirror, only player opting to do any sort of chart flip here. We're going to see Ting, Zubin, and Eliminate for UK versus Tridone Gaming, Lovely L, and Sevelia for Vietnam. Song number 1 of a possible 13.
Yeah, pretty calm intro here. I think the streams are up to like 400 BPM or something. And was that a client thing, or was that just very early miss from Eliminate?
I think that was client, and there it goes as we see the combo reset there. The streams peak at 382 on this particular rate, so quite fast.
Right now it's in Vietnam's favor with a pretty strong AC lead. Can change at any moment though. It gets a lot heavier.
Yeah, we get to actual 1/8 streaming after the first 2/3 of the map, so Vietnam's going to have a little bit of padding, but this is not enough padding to bear a miss, and it's going to come down to combo and less about AC as soon as we transition in for Vietnam, and we're going to kick it off right about now.
Yeah, it gets intense here.
All 6 players holding that full combo. Vietnam maintaining the accuracy lead at the moment, and the section ends very quickly. Team Momentum finding a drop. 3 SCs for Vietnam, and that lead is growing quickly. These streams are all but over. Tridone finding a miss, but that was pretty clean, and that's not going to do much.
Yeah, Ting Momentum, unfortunately, suffering a lot with the accuracy, giving a lot of leeway over to the Vietnam side, and it looks like they're going to take it after all as the map is coming to an end. And there we have it.
Way to start. Vietnam already snatching a point off of a United Kingdom pick. The breakpoint 4 200s by Lovely L, 6 200s by Sevelia, and Vietnam making it known right out of the gates that they are not going to be a slouch on Rice whatsoever. Tridone Gaming not FCing, but beating out 2 of the United Kingdom players in terms of ratio here. And this is a little bit scary for United Kingdom. United Kingdom now behind out of the gates as Vietnam responds with Arca.
Yeah, now they really have to dig deep. Just taking a break point that early does not look too well on them. They'd have to... I guess they don't really have a lot of safe picks. They could viably go.
Rice being that close, that's got to be a little concerning.
Yeah.
The only thing we can say is Zero's probably one of the easier Rice picks if you've got the physical capability, and clearly all 6 players do. But something that's worth mentioning here is we saw Tridone, Lovely L, and Sevelia play that last pick, and based off of how the previous matches have gone, we're going to see this squad play probably a good majority of all of the picks in this map, or excuse me, in this match, except for SVs. And that's going to be important because this pool is exhausting. So we could see a little bit of a battle of attrition here if the United Kingdom holds on long enough of these 3 Vietnam players starting to kind of struggle to keep it together. But we're going to kick things off song number 2. Arca by Vietnam, United Kingdom trying to leverage a break point to even it back up again. We see Newson coming in for the United Kingdom.
By all means, I think that Tridone, Lovely L, and Sevelia has been quite a surprising, just new couple of faces in the scene. They do extraordinarily well on the higher levels of difficulties from what it looks like.
Give Azrieli that massive boost that Vietnam needs. Azrieli being an extreme force in their own right, but now we've got just such a strong, well-roundedness on this team composition.
Yeah, it really goes to show how much just game plans can change once you get into the higher levels of difficulty.
And out of the opening here.
Yeah, interesting.
Holding the full combo. United Kingdom having a slight advantage, but the difficulty is going to come very soon.
Yeah, it gets pretty technical here. And certainly, it's not too risky to FC, I'd say, but it is very heavy on the accuracy.
two United Kingdom players losing their FCs. Vietnam taking a bit of a stretch in terms of lead here. 2 misses to none. That's going to give Vietnam just a little bit of a padding here, but keep in mind these patterns in this map are very, very non-trivial, extremely difficult, all sorts of ways to make a mistake.
Indeed. And actually, Newson is doing extraordinarily well here. It's 99.70, almost 75 on this. That's gotta be
super
really
good ratio.
Yeah. The miss from Svelia.
Yeah, Svelia dropping, and that bar is going to shrink very violently on account of everybody hitting the combo cap there. Not a lot of time, but Vietnam is fighting that push. And keep an eye on Newson here with this combo. There are some nasty patterns incoming.
It's going to flip any moment, I feel like.
Vietnam trying to keep that bar on their side. All players have hit the combo cap, but United Kingdom is taking it back, but it's flicking back and forth.
Anything can happen at this point.
This is the ultimate tug of war. Team Momentum finding a drop, and Vietnam is going to eventually take it, but that bar's growing once more. All 3 players staying above the combo cap, and Vietnam's looking to hold on to their pick at the last moment.
Oh, that's such a... Okay, just lost a couple of notes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
5,600 points in favor of Vietnam. And again, this is what we were talking about by the Vietnam squad. Look at Newson's score. What the hell?
What?
Newson with a single 191K. Eliminate and Ting finding drops. Vietnam showing to be a pretty solid, just again, consistency core there. Svelia finding a drop. It looked like all at once looking at the life bar graph there. But 13, 15, and 16 in terms of 200 counts. And United Kingdom off to a little bit of a rough start here as Vietnam not only breaks one of their picks, but capitalizes on their own. So they have a +1 differential in this map at the moment, in this match.
They're going straight for Bleed the Fifth. I'm thinking that's a better pick for them than Zero, because Zero was very, very risky with how the patterning very straight heavy and how, as you said, the difficulty was compressed at the very last 20 seconds. You want something a bit more straightforward and consistent. And again, this is also a very brutal pick. It's just mixed with lots of rice patterns.
So hear me out. Hear me out.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of this pick. And I'm going to explain why. Well, we actually are seeing Yonk come in here. So my concern at the moment is the United Kingdom holding combo. We've seen Eliminate drop a few times now. And the one thing about Bleed the Fifth that's really important with regards to these rice picks, the patterns in Bleed the Fifth are really, really tight. There are a lot of very trill-heavy structures, especially when you hit through the guitar solo. And just after that, the patterns are super tight. And what happens, you see the same thing in Strange Program as well. The tight trilly patterns allow players to miss, but miss cleanly. And it just happens out of nowhere. It takes so much control to actually hold this. So I'm a little concerned about this coming out now. But we're going to have to see if they can just kind of, turn the switch on and kick things going. And it looks like we're having a little bit of a decision being made here on Vietnam. We saw Azrieli show up for a moment there, but seems to be gone.
Yeah, I think United Kingdom might wanna do their blood sacrifices for this one.
And we see Lovely L coming back in here. So again, just this core squad between Lovely, Tridone, and Svelia are going to be carrying the torch probably for the entirety of this match. Lovely L asking, why am I in again? That's not good.
Looks like there's some miscommunication going on. Whatever. But yeah, looks like we're getting into it once again.
Yeah,
And
United Kingdom going with their A squad for Rice, I would argue here between these 3 players. Just got to make sure that they, keep it good, just keep it solid, and they should be able to take this. Vietnam definitely not a slouch on Rice here.
I wonder what map, wondering why Pope hasn't played yet, because I say he'd be strong at this level, but maybe not.
Pope is very much capable of playing this. I'm wondering if the difficulty in the patterning itself makes it a little bit, it makes him a liability to play this in terms of holding combo. Being able to do this on command, you need to be such a good Rice player, and I mean tip-top Rice player to be able to do this constantly. Having some
I have no idea.
organization here.
Yeah. This is a really technical, like, not in terms of snapping, but in terms of how you control, your fingers at the speed.
Yeah, the patterning is super difficult, and we see Sevelia not having a good time on this here. United Kingdom with a relatively comfortable lead. Three-way FC as we get through the earlier part here, but these streams are going to kick off in a moment, and we're going to see some really tight troll-heavy patterns once they get going.
I was not sure if all those misses from Sevelia was a client thing at first, but now it looks like they're struggling a lot now to getting to the heart of things.
You see these little embedded mini trolls in all of these patterns here. All the players keeping intact there, but Tridone finding another drop. Lovely L also trading. That is a three-way FC to 0 FCs, and United Kingdom having a lot of room to work with, thankfully.
Yeah, just on the back of Sevelia and Lovely L's performance on this map, it looks like they've found maybe a weak spot for them, for Vietnam.
You see Tridone Gaming with a 99.50, the best on that squad. Lovely L trying to catch back, but finding another couple of drops there. The other thing about this song is it's so fast, you get CB rushes, eliminate finding another drop as well. And these patterns get extremely difficult. We can definitely see more misses coming in this section here.
Yeah, everyone's just missing here. Zubin is holding strong though still. But Eliminate having a super strong accuracy despite all of the misses.
Yeah, we're seeing clean drops, and that's just what the embedded troll patterning does. Lovely finding another drop there, falling below 99%, and Sevelia just struggling to keep it together.
Yeah, it looks like it's getting a bit too exhausting for them, so I'm wondering if they should sub players in, because at this level, it can get pretty exhausting to play, so you need to really conserve your energy and try to just recover as best as you can, I'd say.
Team score of 2.94 for the United Kingdom. They're Eliminate just missing the V1SS on the count of that one break. Yonk having a bit of a messy score, but single-digit 200s, and Zubin with a clean full combo. Vietnam, despite not getting any FCs, again, we keep talking about the 200 count, 17 by Lovely L and 10 by Tridone Gaming. These guys are not to be messed with on Rice. And the response is immediate. They are going for Be Fortunate. They are not wasting any time to throw the long notes back at the United Kingdom, unsurprisingly.
They seem like it seems like this is gonna be quite just decisive in terms of picks. They just know what they're going for and when, I'd say. And again, it doesn't always hit, but it seems like they have an idea what to go for. Especially as we get now into, say, some of the later beginning portion of the match, where they seem to figure out a bit of, like, feel around how the other team is doing on certain maps, and so far we've seen that Vietnam doesn't do too well on just very stamina draining and consistency trilly maps, like we just saw with Lead the Fifth. And yeah, that might be United Kingdom's strategy. Go for more like jump screen picks or whatever.
I'm very interested in the United Kingdom's composition at the moment. We're still seeing Yonk and Eliminate present for this pick. And that's a little bit of a surprise to me personally, but I'm wondering if maybe this just happens to be their optimized squad here. You would expect to be slightly different. Oh, Tridone. Thanks for the corrections.
Hold on, what was that? What did he say?
You're pronouncing Tridone Gaming's name wrong. Now I know.
Tridone. Oh. I pronounce it Tridone, and I will not be corrected. I'm sorry. That's just how I pronounce things now.
Looks like these are the teams we're going to be going with here. Yonk, Eliminate, and Newson on the United Kingdom versus Tridone, Lovely, and Sevelia on United Kingdom. On Vietnam. Vietnam's team looking to basically not change, I think, unless we see SVs or maybe some extreme LN. I don't even know if they're going to change on an LN tier. I think it's just going to be SVs exclusively where things change. And perhaps stamina picks. We might see Azrieli come in.
Yeah, I'd say that would be a good option for them. but I'm not sure if we'll.
Oh, Trito
that-
finding a really nasty column lock, and that's going to give the United Kingdom a lead, despite not having the best accuracy on Newson's part there. That's going to still just work in their favor for now, but there are a lot of opportunities for column locks to happen, like Eliminate just experienced, and the bar just shifted right back over.
Oh god, I remember that during the showcase, Mint said that we wouldn't see. They didn't expect to see much column locks in this map. Well, guess what's happening now.
Well, see, you got to understand too, the previous difficulty on this map was B column lock, so we're still saying edit lock, so there's still some potential.
Yeah. Well, at least it isn't the column lock difficulty, or we might see a very different result right now.
Yonk finding a clean miss there, lovely. Getting stuck, and that is a brief column lock again. United Kingdom taking the lead once more as we get into the break section.
Oh, but New Zealand still finding a couple of misses, but at the same time, Vietnam's act drop really... Oh, is it flickering actually? Is it?
It is. Lovely L has hit the combo cap. Newson about to approach that as we see the United Kingdom taking the lead back. They are winning the accuracy battle. If Vietnam's going to win this, United Kingdom needs to find a drop like Newson right there.
Another drop. It seems to be just resting on these last couple of sections, which isn't going to be too different from the others. Just a couple of more column lock heavy inverse to go. And
drop there. Yeah. Vietnam having 2 players above 3k combo. Lovely hitting 1600, and most of the difficulty is gone here. Column lock potential is kind of reduced at this point. Eliminate finding another drop, and Vietnam looking to run this home.
Yeah, this looks to be Vietnam's win. That could have been United Kingdom's, actually.
That was a little scary for a bit there. Vietnam defending their pick. That is a 6-200 FC by Sevilla and a clutch time to do it. United Kingdom having solid 200 counts across the board, but both Newson finding just a number of drops throughout, Eliminate finding a column lock, and that's going to end up being the reason why Vietnam takes this. Vietnam up 3-1 at the moment.
Yeah, quite surprising score, I'd say. The result is very surprising because, well, initially going into this match, I expected, just based on the previous scores, that United Kingdom would have the upper hand. But apparently, just the level of difficulty and plus the amount of nerves they have, because they are on the losers bracket. This is their potentially lost match they have.
Yeah, this is a high stakes matchup here. There is no buffer or bracket to fall to. You just go to the spike pit and you are gone.
Yeah, the spike pit is very apt. Drop them there. Now I will see. I'd say Fake Promise would be a good pick.
Yeah, you can go Fake Promise if you want to give the United Kingdom rights players a little bit, but that's what I was about to mention. Iona Uta being a really good pick for the United Kingdom. The patterns in this map are really, really hard to play through, even if you're good at Rice. And it takes you have to move up another level from being good at Rice to being exceptional at Rice to be able to control this map, because it is extremely difficult.
Are you telling me I'm not even good at Rice?
I'm telling you that you've got to ascend if you want to be able to do this one super well.
Oh yeah, this one is just so tight with its patterning.
This one is exhausting to play through. And another thing too, it's OD8, okay? It's not like some of the other picks where it's like OD8.5 and you're having to deal with the constraints of a timing window. But the patterning in this map makes it feel like the timing windows are so tight just because of how strange some of the really speedy patterns are. They look really weird visually, and they are extremely difficult to play.
When you pair those very weird looking patterns with wild snaps in such a speedy pick, it becomes hell to act, I can imagine. And yeah, didn't this have a long jack too?
Yes, it does. It has a massive column 3 up jack.
Kind of like Arcav. Well, at least this is 147 BPM and not like 192.
Right, it's not super fast, thankfully.
Alright, but why do you expect United Kingdom to be specifically good at this one? I guess players like Eliminate would be extremely good at these kind of maps because of how just well versed they are on Rise.
We see Yonk finding an early drop. Not going to do too much in the grand scheme of things, only 50 notes away from the combo cap compared to everybody else, so accuracy will be enough to keep the United Kingdom well in line here if Vietnam starts to struggle.
Yeah, and as you said, Tridon finding a miss right at a pretty odd place. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, all of these streams are so awkward looking that
they are very tough to play through, and it gets even worse around 1100 combo or so, I think. Yeah, right here.
Oh no, it gets tense. Thankfully, it seems to be a pretty consistent snap. No,
not quite. The snaps do change a little bit in this. It's not the most difficult to keep on the snaps, but it's just so brutish as we're seeing Tridon having another drop there. United Kingdom almost 3 FCs. Yonk with the early drop before anything even happened. We have the Jack coming very soon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was somewhere at the midpoint, I remember. After the guitar solo, I think, yeah.
Lovely Ellen Sevelia.
Look
Yonk
at that!
finding the drop on the Jacks, but that not too big of a deal there, as we see United Kingdom having a pretty respectable accuracy advantage on account of Eliminate doing an extremely good job.
I feel like... I don't know, why do I say like, look at that?
Eliminate and Sevelia trading basically on the same note.
Yeah. Either way, it looks to be strongly in the United Kingdom's favor due to how Tridon is not doing too well on this map in particular.
Yeah, this map is exhausting to play through. I don't blame Tridon falling below 99 on this whatsoever. And we see Zubin just continuing to plow through these patterns there. 1 FC on both sides, and accuracy is very similar with those FCs there, but United Kingdom overall winning the accuracy battle as this map starts to wind down.
Yeah, and should have added onto just one of the caveats of this map is that it's very, very long, so just a couple of mistakes won't be too much, but it can definitely pile up if you just get more and more misses, like we're seeing with Tridon. And that seems to be, I'd say, a strategy United Kingdom should go for, like more longer maps.
Yeah, exhaust the players. I agree, especially when they're running those same 3 players. That exhaustion is going to stack there. And again, wow, look at the United Kingdom scores here. 5-200s by Eliminate, just barely missing out on the full combo. They're 17 and 12 by Yonk and Zubin respectively. And again, lovely Ellen Sevelia holding their own. Vietnam needing a strong third to just keep United Kingdom forced on their toes for some of those really brutish Rice picks. But nonetheless, United Kingdom taking this pick, bringing it 2-3.
I'd say
Vietnam responding with Ellen releases instantly.
Algebra, let's go. Okay, so one of the things that I'm kind of concerned about is that Vietnam is not letting any of the players rest, I think. Wait, are they changing now?
We might be seeing Lottery come in for this, maybe. Oh no, Lovely coming back. I don't know. I know Lottery was able to play some LN stuff. I know Lottery's mostly reserved for SVs, and I imagine Azrieli is going to be in a very similar boat there, if not coming in for some of the really basic stamina picks.
Yeah, it's still like... It's a bit concerning that they're just having the same 3 players on such a heavy map pool such as this. I am noticing that they're kind of just dropping the ball due to exhaustion, I think.
This is where you really have to think a little bit beyond the match or the meta of your own team and your other team, but also thinking about the future of the match. If you know that there are rice picks where you have absolutely zero shot of winning, sub your players out. Get them the chance to rest. You're going to lose this battle of attrition against the United Kingdom squad that can play just about anything with their 6 players. We're seeing the same 3 players once again on the United Kingdom in this LN release pick. Tridon, Lovely, and Savelia against Eliminate, Yonk, and Newson on the LN release pick. Vietnam trying to get their 4th point on song number 6 of this match.
This is also a bit of a consistency long note pick due to the length of it, 4 minutes long. So it's not as extreme as the timing hells from Juan, but it's still just extremely rough to keep combo on throughout.
So throughout this match, we talk about physical exhaustion, right? But this is a map that is exhausting mentally, having to deal with the coordination of all of these patterns and all of the releases, keeping everything together for the 4 minutes required is brutal in its own right, and it can all go wrong in an instant.
Yeah, indeed. This is not so much of a physical pick as it is a mental pick. You have to keep focus for around 4 minutes with very little chill sections. I think this is one of the only chill sections we'll have, and it just gets like this, as you can notice.
Yeah, some of these really difficult flams and disjointed releases not affecting any of the players. This is a 6-way FC at the moment.
Very surprising, but we are seeing lots of act drops on the side of think United Kingdom. Yeah, Eliminate's not doing too well. You can see he's releasing either too early or too late by quite a significant margin, which really punctures his act here at 99.22. And Newson is doing Newson things and having 99.78.
A little bit of a break here. All 6 players at 2,700 combo. And keep in mind, this is Vietnam's pick, so the United Kingdom doing everything that they need to at the moment. They're just sitting for an opportunity to capitalize and take this break point, which they do need to equalize. They are still well within range. All 6 players, look at that, a beautiful 6-way FC, but we get into another section and the patterns just kind of get unrelentingly difficult with disjointed releases and all sorts of LN mix-ups here, and you only have a moment to recompose.
I don't remember if this last section will be like any more difficult than the previous ones, but I think it was like longer or something like that. Of just... Oh, it is definitely a lot more intense actually, and we see Newson missing because of that section. Those little Allen Graces, they're pretty difficult.
Yeah, United Kingdom now down 2 FCs to 3. Newson finding another drop. That is what you want in this case there. Newson had not recovered entirely from the combo cap, so the score drop from that is going to be generally minimal. But we have a 3-way FC on Vietnam as we get into the last quarter of this map. Oh, we're seeing a little bit of client desynchronization here. It's going to take a moment to get that back up. We see the 3 FCs still present for Vietnam, 2 FCs for United Kingdom, and they are holding on as best as they can here. Vietnam needs to do everything they can to defend this pick and not give the United Kingdom opportunity to capitalize. Yonk with another drop.
Oh, yeah.
Drop.
Yeah, this looks like... And eliminate! Finally eliminating all the potential chances that the United Kingdom has for at least 1 FC.
Man, I've just got to say, what a defense by the Vietnamese players here. Are you kidding me right now?
Oh my god. A 3-way... Are we seriously gonna witness this?
I'm gonna hold my breath here. We're almost at the end of the song, and that is a 3-way FC on Algebra by Vietnam. Are you joking?
Holy...
28, okay. 29, and 32. Very compressed accuracies by the Vietnamese team here. But what can you even say about that? That is incredible.
That's an insane team score by all accounts.
Newson with 21 200s. That is a very good score there. Finding the miss, but the ratio to die for 630 300s, not even close.
Okay, yeah, that was definitely one of the strong points of this match, I'd say so far. Vietnam coming in with the freeway FC on a 4 minutes long maps in the finals when their opponent had 0 FCs to their name. Yeah.
Not only that, but just staring United Kingdom down, the number 2 seed, saying, yeah, I can take you. Let's go. I don't care what your seed number is. We're going to fight. We're going to spar.
Exactly. They're not afraid. Not afraid anymore of a higher number. Who cares about the numbers?
Fake promise coming out here. Now, I'm wondering, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm wondering if Azrieli could come out for this. Oh, we're seeing Lovely L come out. And this could be the switch that we're talking about here. Potentially Azrieli coming in. This is going to relieve Lovely L and allow them to get a little bit more stamina back as a core part of the team, assuming Azrieli does come in for this.
Well, they don't have a lot of other options, I'd say. Lovely. What other players except for Lottery is and this. Yeah, and we see Azrieli coming in.
Yeah, and this is a very good person to have at the helm for a stamina pick. Azrieli having fantastic accuracy, and that's kind of important for this pick as we have an OD of 8.5. So the accuracy, the timing window here, certainly nothing to be messed around with. And the United Kingdom keeping their core Rice squad once more. Zubin, Yonk, and Eliminate staying in. Excuse me, it wasn't staying in. Newson was their last pick. So Zubin coming in, I should say. Or was it Yonk? I am not 100% sure now. One of the UK players getting swapped.
I think it was Newson who got swapped.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no worries, I do that too. I just
Zubin
forget
going in
players. I forget who players are. Wait, are we playing a game here?
Inconsequential patterning for now. We're going to have to wait till the real component of this map gets underway here.
Yeah, right
here. A little bit of a taste, and it gets started after this section. Here's the stamina-oriented patterning. 258 decently dense jump stream, and it just does not let up.
And it's interspersed with a fair bit of hands too, which, well, at this speed gets pretty difficult to control. It's pretty fast.
We find Sevelia with an early drop there. A lot of notes in this map. This map has an extremely high combo. We're only a fourth of the way through, and it doesn't really relent, as you can see here. Once it gets going, the engine just goes, and it does not stop for quite a while.
Indeed. These
Yonk? Hello?
Wait, what?
Hello,
I did
Yonk?
not. Oh well. As soon as you said hello, it dropped to 99.84.
Three-way FC.
I was
United Kingdom, 2 for Vietnam. Vietnam trying to keep intact their Azrieli, having some accuracy issues, but holding the combo. That's extremely important right now. Tridon finding the drop. Azrieli, the only full combo remaining for Vietnam. The break is almost here, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, at the halfway point, it gets a bit lighter. They get a bit of a breather. And Tridon, unfortunately, missing at the breather, too. That's not very good, I'm afraid. I think he has like 4 misses to his name right now.
Yeah, not good for the Vietnamese team at the moment here. Meanwhile, the United Kingdom holding that 3-way FC. The layering does spike up again. All 3 players. And Azrieli finding a rare CB rush. And that's what happens when you get to maps that are this fast. You can actually get combo break rushes on particular columns, much like column locks. And what happened to Zubin?
What the? Oh.
Thankfully, the United Kingdom had such a huge lead that it's not going to matter too much, but I'm wondering what just popped up on Zubin's screen or what lag spike just happened there.
I can just imagine, like, I don't know, Firefox suddenly getting a pop-up window, just overlaying the entire screen.
So I can give a 2019 MWC story via Lemon Guy if he's watching. I think he knows what I'm talking about. Y'all can eliminate, holding those scores together. 2FC's 3,700 combo. They're basically at the end of the map here. Scores at 900k. Not too much left. It's just more of the same. Azrieli finding another drop. And United Kingdom are going to win this very handily. Not too much to worry about here.
Yeah, even though that massive drop from Subin was really shocking, just Vietnam missed all around the place. Didn't really do too much in the end. So, and now we have Vietnam really has to pick well. They are running out of options, I'd say, but so is United Kingdom. I'd say they
Zubin's
have to.
fighting a keyboard issue. That is scary.
Yeah, very scary indeed. I'm still not sure why they haven't gone for SV. I think that Vietnam is one of the stronger SV teams.
So here's the thing. This is a really crucial pick for exactly what you mentioned, okay? I think overall, Vietnam's LN squad is more consistent than United Kingdom, and we've kind of seen it in this match here. If Vietnam wins Lubidere, they've got a path to victory, assuming lottery and mashed potato on Vietnam have put really heavy training on Methane. Because I could see Lubidere, Vizcracked, potentially Vizcracked. That's a scary pick. Vizcracked's ending is nothing to joke around about. But if they win Lubidere and have Vizcracked, they can use Methane to potentially get 7 points.
Yeah, this is looking quite exciting, actually.
United Kingdom needs to get a break point soon, because I think Vietnam has a viable path to victory, potentially. It's not an easy road. Again, winning Lubidere and Vizcracked against the United Kingdom, definitely a tall task. We're going to see Ting momentum here. I'm wondering if Pope Gadget would show up for something like this as well. Even though this is a LN pick, it is pretty damn demanding on a physical level, almost to a point where being a hybrid player could help you a little bit. But we are not seeing that here as the referee gets everything together. We're going to see Ting momentum, Nusen, and eliminate King's first entry into this particular matchup. Vietnam, the same 3 players once more that have been kind of just championing throughout the match. We see Lovely come back for Azrieli as we get song number 8 underway here. This match appears to be going the distance.
I think one of the kind of wild cards that we haven't seen a lot of is the hybrids. We only saw Arca being picked, and that was more of a very LN biased. What the?
Oh no!
Was that client? Are you lying to me?
So. I think that was a trip up on a transition, and that's a pretty easy one to make a mistake on. UK starting the map with 2 misses.
Oh yeah.
The only consolation for that is the fact that it happened really early, so accuracy advantages could bring it back. As we see Treedone finding a drop, and that bar is going to shrink very slowly here. United Kingdom bringing their accuracy upward, but Eliminate finding another drop at a severe drop.
Everyone is dropping at this map. Oh my god.
Sevelia championing the full combo out of the intro.
It could go any way. This appears to be one of the very LN physical maps. And hold on, what LN maps were left? Is this like the last LN map?
This is the last like pure LN map here, and Lubidere just it in LN master fashion. Lemon Guy just tests you in every way possible. Coordination, releases, physical capability, reading. There is nothing untouched here. United Kingdom falling apart. Nusen with a column block. The lead is huge for Vietnam now.
Lovely even though they had a very large accuracy drop there, they found themselves a big column lock. They're still holding well. They're holding on to the long notes. They're actually holding to the long notes. And this might be Vietnam's.
Ting finding a drop. Treedone needs to be very careful. Treedone has column locked multiple times in short sequence. Vietnam having that lead, but column locks are the fastest way to chip, and that's going to be it. Vietnam taking it by 35,000 points. There's Sevelia with 11. Lovely L 18 and 11. We see the life bar cuts there. Brief column locks. Treedone, same thing. Brief column lock. And we see Nusen and Ting also finding short column locks as well. And Vietnam now securing their 5th point. They have an arguable path to victory.
Yeah, indeed. Sevilla really carrying that. Just a single miss and 11 200s, by far the best score in the lobby, even though that both News and Illuminate had a bit of a better ratio. But, ratio doesn't really matter at this kind of level.
If I'm the United Kingdom right now, I would take a tactical timeout. This is crucial.
Yep.
Because they need to make a pick, and they need to make a pick that they can guarantee themselves a point. What? United Kingdom going with Methane. They are going to pick SVs against Vietnam. I do not like this pick whatsoever.
Are they really bad?
This is arguably one of the worst picks United Kingdom could have made in this situation. Actually, I'm not even going to say arguably. I'm going to say unarguably. This is a pure game of chicken against Vietnam. They're saying, well, all right, let's go. Either that or it's pure tilt. I'm really hoping that we actually see a really strong performance from United Kingdom here, but picking SVs against Vietnam is a dangerous game. And we're seeing Mashed Potato, Lottery also certainly to come in here. This is their assigned roles. And when you have two players who are dedicated to SV, you know that they have the time to put towards pure mastery on a map like this.
Okay, so one of the things is that with how what was I gonna say again? With this being potentially their last pick, this is bad because of it being a gamble, essentially. Why are they gambling on their potentially last pick? If you want to gamble, you do it earlier.
I completely agree. And in my opinion, too, when you look at just the structure of what's remaining in the map pool, I would have to feel like Mafane would have been something picked by Vietnam because they're winning the LN battles, which means they're probably going to go with Vizcrack. So this is their only path to victory, and United Kingdom potentially handing it to them on a silver platter. We are seeing Pope Gadget come in here. Not surprising. Pope very, very good at SVs. Pope Ting and Yonk versus Azrieli, Lottery, and Mashed Potato. Song number 9 out of a possible 13 here. United Kingdom with the Hail Mary pick in my eyes.
Yeah, maybe they just really liked this map and they decided, why not? We're just gonna go for it because, But then again, they could have, went for it earlier.
Right.
If they liked it.
We're waiting for everything to catch up here, and we've got 6 FCs. This map pops so freaking hard. I love this map so much. I was studying through the maps to make sure that I understood the map pool, and I played this probably like 7 or 8 times. I could not stop myself. It's so fun.
That's awesome to hear. The mapper is one of my mentees. Been trying to teach them a bit of mapping things.
And eyes on combo and accuracy means everything here. If you have studied, this map is not that difficult to get good accuracy, but battling composure and tournament nerves on something like this is a nightmare in itself. And United Kingdom winning this battle currently up by about 20,000 points, looking to make a fool out of everybody thinking they shouldn't have picked this, but we are only halfway through.
Indeed, this looks to be quite...
Ting finding really some 200s. That bar shrunk a little bit, but still 6 FCs. Their Mashed Potato having a rough time in terms of accuracy. Lottery and Azrieli with 9970, beating out the 2 strongest United Kingdom scores.
Bit of a flicker there, not too difficult. I'd say that the more difficult parts are those kind of trills with how they slow down like that. But I'm not an expert on SVs.
Yeah, those trills are really difficult to read for sure. Young finding a little bit of an accuracy drop, but still keeping the combo intact. And United Kingdom taking a risk that looks to be paying off for them. But Young finding a drop! That bar is going to shrink! That bar is going to shrink, but doesn't Mashed Potato trading it away!
Mashed Potato is... Okay.
Oh my gosh. Life flashing before the United Kingdom's eyes, but they hold on to it on the trade. Yonk's got to be panicking a little bit after that, but Yonk finding another drop. Oh my God!
no,
Yonk falling apart, and Vietnam is going to take it back.
To take it. No.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
and the United
God.
Kingdom giving Vietnam their 6th point on the SB pick. Azrieli with 1, Lottery with 1.
Oh my God.
And Vietnam winning Mafane. Yonk with an absolute collapse at the end of the map. He's got to be feeling really badly. And this is another reason why, after making such a crucial pick, you take that tactical timeout. It's not available for them now. Vietnam can capitalize on this morale shift immediately.
Okay, so I don't know what to expect now. United Kingdom has to take 3 points in order to secure a tiebreaker. It's not looking good for them.
There's only one pick here. There's only one pick here for me. I'd like to think there's only one pick for Vietnam here, and that's Viz cracked. They have to bust out the long notes against United Kingdom, who's been generally unstable on long note picks here. The question is it too physically demanding for the remaining Vietnam players who have been just putting in so much effort into these maps? We are 9 songs deep into this match. They've got to be a little bit tired.
Yeah, I think everyone is a bit tired by now. Just this one is probably
and there it is.
Yep, this is one is the very weird mix of just density and technicality patterning.
The last third of this map is so brutal. There's no other way to say it. The density is extreme, but it's not pure inverse. The gaps constantly change. It is an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, when you're playing density maps and the gaps change, it gets very uncomfortable, especially if you hack, and you can also find lots of column logs on them.
Getting the players back in there. Tridone, Savelia, and Lovely L, the A team that has been bringing Vietnam this extreme success here. United Kingdom with Newson, Ting, and Yonk, but discussing to try to figure out exactly what they want to do here. This is a very important decision and one that realistically shouldn't be rushed. They have the timer. They do not have to subject themselves to Vietnam's will here. They have that full 2 minutes to decide, and this is the most crucial pick, or the start of the most crucial sequences of picks that the United Kingdom is going to have to make, as they are scaling a mountain with no safety equipment here. Let go and you fall to your death.
Yeah, that is more brutal than this map.
United Kingdom needing to win 3 points to secure themselves the tiebreaker. Vietnam guaranteeing themselves to see Purple Palace at an absolute minimum here. And this is the unit that they are going with. Newson eliminating Yonk for the United Kingdom. Tridone, Savelia, and Lovely L on Viz cracked. Song number 10. United Kingdom trying to keep their tournament dreams alive.
Well, this will be exciting suddenly, because after this, if United Kingdom wins, they still have 2 more points to win, including another breakpoint, which is, well, not exactly a easy feat.
This is such a huge point for United Kingdom because they are advantageous on the other 2 picks, I would like to think. They could win those picks, but they've got to win this one to even have a shot. And this is just a deadlock at the moment. The bar flickering back and forth. 6-way FCs, but Newson finding the first drop. Plenty of time for drops to happen later in this map here. Vietnam taking a slight lead. All 3 players having good accuracy. Actually edging out the United Kingdom as a whole at the moment. And that's what you want to see if you're rooting for the Vietnamese team.
Oh yeah, Vietnam is just absolute robots at consistency when it comes to long notes, it seems. Unfortunately, Tridone is starting to look a bit exhausted, finding himself miss there, which wasn't like a thing he did on previous maps. I'm also surprised that United Kingdom didn't really opt for something like a tactical breakout. But yeah, we're getting into soon a very, very, very difficult section.
Yeah, the map absolutely unleashes itself. You get a moment to breathe, but once this section gets off, you start to see the first of two ridiculously hard sections here. And right now, the United Kingdom has just the slightest of leads as we get to the last third of the map.
Okay,
And here we go. This first section here, brutal releases. Not hard to get the release timing on, but the gaps are so intermittent there. Yonk's accuracy dropping, but the FC still staying intact there. Savelia and Lovely keeping the FC intact, and they have all made it through that section. United Kingdom holding the lead ever so slightly, but we have this last section to go. And this is everything for the United Kingdom. If they want to secure it, they've got to hold on.
Yeah, this is all or nothing. It all rests on this section. So let's see what happens.
Up, and here we go. Last section underway. United Kingdom carrying about a 15,000 point lead into this last section here. Column locks are a real thing as we hit this level of density, and Vietnam is chasing them down as much as they can. It's the most clutch performance that the United Kingdom can do right about now. Newson finding a blue column lock. That might be enough, but the accuracies, Vietnam is taking it back. Savelia and Young trading it. I have no idea what's going on here. The bar is so small.
Who's going to win? This could be anyone. This could be anyone.
A little bit more to go there. Yeah. We're seeing a little bit of desync here. I have no idea what's going on here. Tridon with the incredible combo, but it's not going to be enough. United Kingdom taking the most crucial break point of the match here and keeping their tournament hopes alive, winning by 5,400 points. That was so necessary here. The only picks left are Rice and Hybrid.
Okay, my heart is racing right now. Can I just mention that?
United Kingdom getting to pick once again. We have Obligatory and we have Wanderflux. Those are likely going to be the two United Kingdom picks here. Vietnam having to pick between Dusanko Odyssey and Black Ray. Not an easy decision when going with the hybrids.
Okay, yeah, this is pretty much do or die territory for United Kingdom. They have to, first of all, pick a map they're definitely going to win, that they are confident that they can secure. And considering their performances on the Rice picks, I'd say that they have a decent shot at, like, I don't know, Wanderflux, I'm not sure.
So United Kingdom is going to be doing Obligatory and Wanderflux. I feel like that's their most direct path to victory. Vietnam has to make a coin toss between Black Ray and Dusanko. If I'm scouting or coaching Vietnam in this situation based off of everything that's happened in this match, I think Black Ray is an ever so slightly better pick than Dusanko Odyssey.
Yeah,
we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We have to get to that bridge first. We are going to be seeing Zubin coming back for the United Kingdom here, eliminating Yonk, staying in, of course.
But this might be an important threshold for like Vietnam side, and they might have to call a tactical timeout, because I think that the exhaustion level and nerves level is reaching a point where they have to, like, just get a glass of water, try to collect themselves, you know. It's pretty important, I'd say, if you want to keep your hopes up.
Song number 11 out of a possible 13. Vietnam trying to secure their best finish in MWC so far. I think they're already at their best finish so far, but even pushing it even further than that here, United Kingdom once again scaling that vertical wall, trying to keep their tournament hopes alive on Obligatory.
Okay, this is pretty technical, Mini Jackie. I don't remember much of this map, but
Obligatory can be best described as an assault of Rice. It throws jump stream, it throws tech, mini jacks, trills. It has just about everything in it, and if you're not playing and keeping your head up, you're going to have issues. You got to be on your toes the whole time.
It is very typical FFR right?
I would say so. Everybody getting past the early mini jacks there. United Kingdom having solid accuracy, but Treedom Gaming having the best accuracy in the lobby at the moment. Vietnam having a very slight lead, but there's a lot to come. This is generally insignificant compared to the primary difficulty of the map.
Oh yeah. And Triton just getting a big miss at the very transition there, like going into the more rise-heavy section. Which leads to United Kingdom having a big advantage. They have a freeway FC, and they can potentially keep it up. And there's so much more to it, the map, and Lovely L also finding a miss.
So another thing worth noting too, this is not the kind of map you want to play while you're super tired. Vietnam having no FCs remaining. UK having all three. Whether or not they can hold it all the way through remains to be seen, but at the moment, United Kingdom has a tremendous lead, probably upwards of 20,000 points. It looks like Yonk finding a drop. That is not going to hinder the United Kingdom all that much. It was a very clean miss.
It was a very clean one, definitely. He didn't drop much accuracy at all. And it seems like all of these misses that Vietnam is setting right now is significantly tanking their accuracy, at least for Sevilia's side, down to 99.3. But Triduan and Lovely L are still doing pretty decent. I say 99.5 is nothing to scoff at this kind of map, but we have still a lot of map to go. And indeed, anything can happen. United Kingdom can find a complete drop, which can lead to Vietnam taking an advantage. It really can be anyone's game, I'd say. But it is looking good for United Kingdom in any case.
The song is definitely fast enough to get CB rushes as well, coupled with all of the mini jacks and whatnot. Zubin finding a drop, but trading it with Treedome, so not going to do too much with regards to UK. In fact, they're taking advantage of that drop, and Sevilla finding that drop as well. So United Kingdom's lead extending, probably one of the more comfortable leads we're going to see from the United Kingdom here. Yonk finding another drop, but again, United Kingdom just winning the accuracy game on account of Eliminate, having a tremendous ratio here and holding an FC as far as I'm concerned.
This looks to be pretty much in United Kingdom's favor. All three players from Vietnam's side have missed heavily at this point, which means there's not much coming back from this. Yeah, that is going to be it.
And Eliminate securing a full combo on Obligatory. That is a hell of a thing to do in such a high-stress situation here.
Yeah, he gotta applaud himself for that performance.
989k on Obligatory, 8200 full combo there. I mean, Treedome Gaming having good ratio, but kind of falling victim to a lot of clean misses there. Same thing with Sevilla, actually. 18 and 10 with the same 50 in miss counts, despite missing in different areas. Lovely L, not quite as good in terms of ratio, but 29 certainly respectable there. Zubin with 54, but only spiking one miss. And Sevilla calling out Dusanko. I don't like this pick at all. I don't think this is the right pick to make.
Oh no, are we going to... Yeah, this is not a pick you want to make if we've seen anything from this match. This is one of the more physical hybrids we have.
Yeah, exactly that. And some of the rice sections in this map are downright insanity. They're some of the most violent bursts in the entire pool, next to Wanderflux, which, you know, you get over 400 BPM 1/4 snap in there. Dusanko gets pretty high up there, but it's also layered as well. I mean, we're talking short stints of 320 jump stream, and I don't know about this pick here. And Ting coming in for the United Kingdom on this particular pick. I know Ting is certainly fast enough to handle this.
Okay, so on one side I am hoping we see a tiebreaker situation, but on the other hand, Vietnam has come such a long way that it would be kind of a shame for them to just drop the ball, but they can, you know, still take a point with tiebreaker, considering that there's a couple of sections that are very risky of column blocks, and we saw, yeah, like Malaysia versus Japan, who was the player on Japan's side again, was someone who got himself a big column block.
As we try to get everything synchronized up here, we are getting on with song number 12. If United Kingdom breaks this Vietnam pick, we will be seeing Purple Palace a second time
in a
row. Sevelia and Eliminate trading. Vietnam having the accuracy advantage out of the gates.
Okay. Spicy so far. Lovely L trading with Eliminate. Tried one. Also missing. The misses on the side of... Oh no, they aren't clean at all. Vietnam is not missing very cleanly, which means that their accuracy is tanking. But indeed, this seems like United Kingdom is also struggling on the accuracy department. Subin with a 99, a low 99, and Eliminate with a 99 point almost 3. Oh, this could be anyone's, I think.
Worth noting, this song is 1 minute and 53, so we're already 2/3 of the way through. Ting and Zubin powering through this map there. Ting's accuracy really, really good. Lovely L having better act, but not sustaining the combo, and that's going to be equally important here as we get to the last fourth of this song. United Kingdom winning by almost 30,000 points at this point.
Oh, we're going to see Purple Palace again.
We're running out of time here. Ting finding a drop, but that drop was reasonably clean. It wasn't the cleanest, but it could have been a lot worse here. And that bar is very firmly in the direction of United Kingdom. And barring some sort of massive collapse, we're going to see Purple Palace again.
We are actually going to see it again. Oh my god, this is a MWC to dream for.
And we're wrapping it up. United Kingdom going to force the tiebreaker. Eliminate with 5 200s, 5 misses. Ting holding a combo very deep. Subin with the FC. Counts are great from Vietnam, but the inability to sustain combo being the undoing of them by for sure. Look at the difference. 6-10 and 12 versus 5-17 and 39. And Vietnam not picking properly in this potential situation here, just out of needing to the necessity of needing to hold combo. And we are going to see Purple Palace once again.
We are seeing Purple Palace indeed, and just one word I have to say: ow.
Yeah, this ow is right. This is an absolute assault.
I said pow, not ow.
Oh, I thought you said ow, but you know what? It still works.
It's still apt. Yeah, ow and ow.
Yeah, pow and ow. And Eliminate asking if you're allowed to take a timeout. I'm actually not sure what the protocol is for calling a timeout on a tiebreaker. Okay, it is being allowed by the referee.
Fine. Yeah,
both teams having their tactical, so if both teams want to elect to use it, we could have a 4-minute break, which probably is sorely needed, but at the same time, you've also got to weigh how warm you want to be for this. It's like you've got to balance the pain from playing 12 other songs and the ability to be warm enough to stick out this 13th song.
Yeah, and it's 7 minutes too. If you go into it slightly cold with how just aggressive it is, you're going to have a very bad time.
This is where you play pro strats. You come in cold for just like you come in just slightly cold, and then you warm up with the first minute of the map, and then you're ready. Ooh.
But yeah, this is probably just one of the most exciting MWCs just on the first 2 matches. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the winners bracket, if we're going to see something clutch happen between the 2 big ones. You know who I'm talking about, United States versus Brazil.
Oh, not a good sign. From reading the chat there, Tridone saying, now I have to sight read. This is a very, very bad map to sight read. There is so much to look out for. There might not be SBs, but there are so many patterns that you need to be conscious of.
But otherwise, yeah, I'm very proud that we have 2 instances of the custom song just made specifically for MWC in the finals. We don't get that every day. Oftentimes it just gets picked on the very final match as a sort of consolation pick, or well, I think like during last WC it was actually picked on the final match due to some clutch moments. But yeah, it's super stoked. And I do wonder how long are they actually going to stack time on this?
I wouldn't blame them if they do in this case. These players have got to be exhausted. United Kingdom calling themselves ready. The question is whether or not Vietnam wants to take the tactical of their own or if they want to actually go into it. We are seeing Sibelia try Tridone. The third player I imagine would be Lovely, but I'm not 100% sure. It's just, again, they've kind of been that, you know, that unit that's been playing just about everything here. What's one more song, right? One more song closer to CTS and all that other lovely repetitive injury stuff.
You wanna know a funny trivia about this song?
Go for it.
So when we were just discussing things such as like artist names, song names, one of the things that just popped up, I'm not sure how it got there, I think it was kind of random, but it was like just William Motto drawing a paint picture of MWC car, and from there it evolved into Super MWC art.
Oh god, that's beautiful.
Yeah, you have to see the picture. It's so good. You don't want to miss it. We might get I don't know if Mango is listening. I don't know if it's maybe it's missed. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Look at the thing.
Oh my god.
NWC car. That's great.
Brilliant. In any case, this is it. Song number 13 out of a possible 13 between United Kingdom and Vietnam. Winner of this, guaranteeing themselves top 4 in MWC.
Yeah.
Absolute gauntlet of everything imaginable in Oceania. Rice, LN, Chord Jack, Jump Stream, Inverse, everything. You get a taste of everything. This is a potpourri of Rice Assault.
Of Rice and Noodle Assault.
Rice and Noodle Assault. 4-key Assault. Yonk and Newson finding drops on that nasty transition there. Vietnam taking a slight lead, but we have so much map to play. Get to this nice little peppy swing section here with some really violent bursts. Tridone and Lovely finding drops. And the strength of the Rice coming in for the United Kingdom, although they're finding drops themselves. That bar is still growing on account of a
everyone is missing at that part.
Those bursts are pretty fast, to be honest. There, Tridone finding a CV rush. I think Newson also had the same thing happen. There's misses flying across the board here. But at the end of all of it, United Kingdom taking a little bit of a lead at the end of this section.
It's just so intense because misses are happening left and right. It's kind of a wild card. It just goes on for such a long time. It could be anyone's.
Keep an eye on the long note section here. We've seen the United Kingdom fall victim to lots of column locking. Lovely recovering to the combo cap, and the song is speeding up just a little bit here. Sibelia and Tridone underneath the 99% cutoff. We have 2 players above 99 in UK, and here comes this LN density section here.
Yeah, it's getting tight here. This is the section where there's a lot of potential for just column lock because of how trilly and inversy it is.
Newson finding a miss, but it was generally clean. Sibelia, same thing. Misses about, but nowhere in the LM. We haven't seen any column locks yet, and that's what's going to cause for violent lead shifts here. Newson, there's the first column lock at Tridone, and that is going to extend the UK's lead.
Yeah, that was a big one. Dropping all the way from I think 99.9 to something like 99. Wait, what am I saying? 98.9 to 98.5. It's a big drop.
in
Are we
and
getting-
eliminate binding
yeah.
drops, and the bar shrinks just a little bit. Not a huge amount there. And the Jacks giving players problems here. The only person keeping that combo intact is Newson.
Yep.
Hit this forward Jack LN section here. Just gets a good mix of intrusion with long notes, and the lead is growing in favor of the United Kingdom here.
Yeah, it's going to get into a pretty intense rise section here that just switches between Jack, King, and dumps. Stuff like that. Fun stuff. And
Ready for Treedome to get to the combo cap here, and we see that now. Also, oh, Yonk finding that drop. Not going to do too much for the lead right now. United Kingdom still holding pretty solid.
okay, I'm hearing a bit of other. It seems like there's just a lot of drops all over the place. It's hard to keep track of just how do you process this? What's going on? And yeah, this
LN, but not a lot of damage coming about, and United Kingdom just kind of keeps extending that lead. Only a third of the song to go, and we get this lovely.
and now we have the trail of death. There we go.
3 players being victimized by it.
Yeah. I think that if I'm not mistaken, that's kind of a split trill motion on that trill.
On
Which
both
makes
hands.
Yeah, it makes it even harder. If you'd play that on piano, you'd alternate between 2 hands. You wouldn't like play trill with both your hands. That would be exhausting.
All right, last fourth of the song. Can I get a little bit of a reprise of that main melody? And United Kingdom up by quite a sizable margin here, finding some drops. Vietnam's going to need to turn the dial up to 11 if they want to have any shot at kind of responding and coming back here.
Yeah, they have to find a very big drop. But even though they're dropping all the time, like everyone is dropping, it means that just someone on one of their teams, like if Vietnam wants this, I think that one of the players needs to keep it together, just keep it consistent. And it looks like Lovely L is actually doing really well. Same with Eliminate, holding a 1400 combo.
Yeah, all things considered, the lead is not really shifting much. We get another section to some pretty violent rice, and it's now or never for Vietnam. Treedome finding the drop. 3 players United Kingdom just need to hold solid. They've got a pretty substantial buffer there, and Vietnam is struggling to keep it together. This rice is brutal.
Yeah, it just transitioned from just regular jump streams interspersed with a kind of weird dump-ish patterns and mini jacks too on top of it. It's just not very friendly.
And as the song winds down, United Kingdom surviving very, very dangerous flirting with death there, tournament death, but they managed to pull it out from the jaws of defeat and will take down Vietnam 7-6 on account of 3 consecutive points. Job well done by both teams here, but at the end, the United Kingdom surviving, moving on into the top 4 part of the bracket there. Well played by both teams there. Solid scores throughout. The lowest accuracy out of anybody, 98.66. That is very commendable because this map does not mess around whatsoever.
Indeed, it really doesn't. Well played to United Kingdom and Vietnam. Really strong performance from both teams, really fighting the nail to teeth, I think the expression is called. What's it called again?
Not sure. Can't help you that.
I was hoping a native would help me. Whatever. Either way, the point is very well fought and rightfully deserved by United Kingdom, just holding it strong even though they were so close to the jaws of defeat, and they still brought it all the way home. Big applause for the United Kingdom, and well played for Vietnam making it extremely far into the semifinals. And they actually could have taken it.
Tournament life flashing in the United Kingdom's eyes, but getting that rope to just pull themselves out of the depths of defeat on Dusanko and just riding the momentum all the way through to victory. United Kingdom securing themselves top 4 on account of that win. And, well, we have our matchups set for the losers bracket. We have United Kingdom and Malaysia to determine the third place match, and they will meet the loser of the United States and Brazil, which is going to be tomorrow. Oh my goodness, the remaining matches. One other thing to note too is I believe our top 4 seeds are still in the tournament. US being seed 1, UK being 2, Brazil being 3, Malaysia being 4. So somewhat of an ideal world at the end of this bracket here, if I do say so.
Yeah. Seeding seems to have been worked spectacularly well. I think there was only like one upset at the bracket stages. Well, no, yeah, it's the beginning bracket stage, round of 32. Oh yeah, and one thing to mention: the more Purple Palaces that's going to be played, the more I'll reveal trivia about the song.
And we get to take a glimpse of the top bracket there awaiting tomorrow. Is the main event that everybody wanted, that everybody usually wants in this event, and for the 9th time, United States will meet Brazil. Oh my gosh. And that's going to determine one of the grand finalists, the loser having to claw their way through a pretty intense losers bracket as we wait for the other matchup. But that is next week's problem with regards to Great Britain and Malaysia. So come back tomorrow for the United States versus Brazil, the last match of this particular round. And
Silent Room just
scary.
Yeah. But yeah, Silent Room pointed out we usually have 3 laps in one race in Mario Kart, so it makes sense for us to have 3 tiebreakers.
So between you and me, let me tell you something. I think UK and Malaysia also has a lot of tiebreaker potential because we're going to see that Rice and LN dichotomy once more. Malaysia being such a strong long note team. But the other thing is Malaysia is going to also give the United Kingdom a run for their money because their players are also good at Rice. So it's going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah, but then again, the map piloted stage is such a wild card, to be honest.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, that last losers bracket matchup for this round will be happening at 12 UTC, 19 hours from now, and then 20 UTC, the main event to determine one of our grand finalists, USA versus Brazil. And for those of you who are still around, make sure, if you haven't done so already, go to the OS store, get your profile banners, sport them, and sport the team that you wish to see winning. If you correctly guess the winning team, you get to keep it a little bit longer, and you get to rub it in all of the naysayers' faces.
Yeah, that's what we like to hear.
But with that, I have nothing further. Davy, you have anything else?
No, not really. I hope you all enjoyed the match. It's been an intense one. And for just 2 matches straight, we've had some of the most intense matches in MWC history. Oh, God.
That we have. All right. Well, with that, we'll be signing off. Make sure you come back at 12 UTC for United Kingdom versus Malaysia. It's going to be an incredible stage once more. Until then, see you soon.
See you.